Hey everybody, Tim here with today's review of Doctor Who story number 97, The Invasion of Time. So, I don't know, it's my day off and I've been drinking a lot, so maybe I've done too much for these stories. It's 6 episodes. The story's kind of a hot mess. I liked it. I thought it was interesting. But it's a Gallifrey story, and I always kind of have trouble with the Gallifrey stories because they're so political and everything. Also, it's 6 episodes long, and as I've said before, I personally struggle with the 6 episodes. So basically, it all kind of boils down. It's almost 2 different stories jammed together, like a 4-episode story and a 2-episode story jammed together. So they have the Amber Alert, and I was like, okay, so that's kind of funny just because of who we are today with the Amber Alert. So it's like interesting. So the Doctor claims the presidency of the Time Lord, which is a continuation from like the Deadly Assassin story. They talk about how his TARDIS is a Type 40. A character mentions how he is in his 10th regeneration cycle. So I was like, that's kind of interesting. And so through all of this, like, I don't know, the whole thing of like the aluminum foil shimmering people, and I was like, this is just really awkward and weird. And then of course once they like fix that, and it just becomes 3 like normal dudes, and it's like, what's the point? Like I don't get it. Him like layering his room with lead so that way they can't read his mind, and I was like, again, why is this a thing? So basically, these 3, the Allurans, I think is what they were called, I've already forgotten, just want him to lower the defense shields. And so he's been faking being under their spell this whole time. So he banishes Leela and all of this stuff. But then he lowers the force field just a smidgen, just a hole, so that way K9 can track them and basically shut them down. And you're like, okay, so that's it. That's the story. Nope, just kidding. There's a whole second story with Sontarans, and this is, I believe, now the 3rd time that we've seen them. And again, their makeup is completely different. And they were using the Allurans, and it's just, it's too complicated. Like, I don't know. I can't do 6 episodes right now. Like, it's too much for me as of right this second. Like, who knows? If I go back and rewatch this a little bit more sober, I might enjoy it a little bit, but like 6 episodes is like 6 shots at this point. I can't keep it straight. The important thing is, the important thing is at the end of this story, this is the last episode for season 15, and we say goodbye to Leela. Technically, we say goodbye to K9. So I know Tom Baker and the actress that played Leela, like, never really got along. Like, they told Tom Baker, like, oh, Leela's only going to be here for a little bit, and she ended up staying for a lot longer. So the fact that she's leaving, to me, I don't know, she's not my favorite companion, but I don't dislike her either. I think she's interesting, ignorant, but not necessarily in a bad way. Because, I mean, she's basically a cave woman. And so when she says goodbye, and he's like, I'll miss you too, Savage. And I was like, oh, okay, that's a little bittersweet. And then when he pulls out the box of K9 Mark II, and I was like, is that really necessary? Like, who was like, you know what? No, we have to have K9. So let's get rid of one, but we'll bring in another. So that just seemed odd to me. But overall, it's an interesting season finale. It is a little bit long for me. I'm curious what you guys think. Go ahead, let me know, and I will see you guys next time for the Ribos operation.